Are you curious what spring is like in Idaho? That's what we're talking about today. It's officially March 21st. I'm really excited. Spring is one of my favorites. And I'm going to answer the question, what is spring like in Boise, Idaho? So if you're thinking about relocating to Idaho, be sure to watch this video. Hey guys, my name's Craig Flood. I am a real estate agent here in Boise, Idaho with the Living in Idaho team. And if you're curious what it's like to live here, eat here, work here, anything to do with Idaho, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you can be notified every week when I post a new video. I would love to be your guide on your journey as you're trying to determine whether or not Idaho is right for you. So like I said, we're going to be talking about what spring is like in Boise. I'm going to tell you guys all about the weather, what's happening in nature, share some of the outdoor activities that are starting to ramp back up. We will also talk about some of the events and festivals that are here in Boise, Idaho. We'll touch on the allergy season, and finally, we'll speak about the housing market. So first and foremost, let's talk about the weather. Spring in Boise in Idaho typically runs from late March to late June, with temperatures gradually rising from the 50s, right about where we're at now, to the 70s as we approach summer. The climate during this time is very pleasant with a mix of sunny days and the occasional rain showers. In addition, we just had daylight savings time, so now we're starting to get those longer days, which is great for those evening activities. Boise in the springtime is really when everything starts to transform. Flowers will start to bloom, the trees are gonna blossom, everything is just gonna start to fill out and look beautiful. I have to tell people who are thinking about moving to Idaho to plan trips out prior to making that move to help them make a decision. So if you've shortlisted Idaho, it's a good idea to hop on a plan. I always encourage people to check out winter, but my other encouragement is to come in the spring or the fall and check out Boise. A lot of you guys who are traveling in maybe are coming from areas that don't have a typical 4 seasons. So come enjoy the spring and see what it's like. And if you are, a great place to check out would be something like Catherine Albertson's Park or the Boise Botanical Garden. I hope you're really enjoying this video. If you've watched this video or others of mine and you're thinking, man, I really want to take the next step, be sure to reach out. You can call, text, email, anytime, days, nights, or weekends. I would love to chat with you and answer any questions you have about the process of relocating, what the market is like here, and what steps might need to be taken to get you guys into a home here in Boise, Idaho. Now let's talk about some of the outdoor activities that we have here in Boise, Idaho. Now that we're starting to get longer days and things are warming up a bit and we're dealing with less rain, activities really start to ramp up this time of year. Spring is an excellent time to get out of the house and go explore the foothills of Boise, specifically using the Ridge to Rivers trail system. Now that everything's dried up and the trails are in better shape, it's a great time to get out there for hikes or mountain biking, horseback riding, unicycling, anything that you prefer. It's a great reason to get out. With that being said, if you're a local, you know this, but we're always trying to protect our trails. So if a rain does come through, we want to make sure to stay off those muddy sections so that we don't mess it all up and then it rehardens. And then the trail's not as good as it used to be, because the Ridge River system, they do a really good job at tending those trails, and then it's our job to make sure that we're kind of taking care of them when they're not in the best conditions. In addition to the foothills, the Boise River offers a great opportunity for activities in the springs. I personally have been doing some fly fishing in the winter, and it is kind of unbearable. Your eyelids get frozen up, it's cold, your hands get really cold, but I'm really excited for these warmer days that are coming. With that being said, there is also the Boise Wave. So if you have a wetsuit, you're starting to kind of think about like, hey, I could go ride the Boise Wave, or you could go kayak the Boise Wave. But I know for a lot of people, the river's still going to be a little on cold side, and it's still going to kind of be leveling off as the flows regulate after the winter. But you still have the Greenbelt, the 25-mile bike trail that runs east to west along the river. Again, it's a great time to get out and do something like that as the weather is getting warmer here in Boise in the springtime. Spring is also the season for events and festivals here in Boise, Idaho. The Treefort Music Fest, typically held in late March or early April, showcases local and national bands across various genres. The Gene Harris Jazz Festival, another popular event, they bring together jazz enthusiasts and musicians for a celebration of this timeless genre. And don't miss Boise's Saturday Market, which kicks off in April, where you can find fresh produce, local crafts, and delicious food. Now let's talk about allergies. I know that if you are coming from out of state, you're wondering, are my allergies going to get worse in Boise? Are they going to get better? I wish I could specifically answer that, but let me just mention a few things about it. So one thing to keep in mind when considering moving to Boise is the allergy season. Pollen levels can be high during this time, particularly from trees like the cottonwoods, junipers, and willows. If you're planning a visit in the springtime to check out Boise, Idaho to see if it's going to be a good state for you guys to move to, be sure to be prepared with the proper medications that you would need, especially if you haven't dealt with some of these pollens before. Now let's talk about the real estate market. Springtime is a popular time for home buying in Boise, Idaho. Real estate markets in general typically increase with activity during this time, with listings and buyer activity. Be prepared to be a bit more on the competitive side of things, as there is going to be a bit more demand. And there you guys have it. As you can see, springtime in Boise offers an incredible mix of pleasant weather, beautiful scenery, outdoor activities, and lively events. If you guys watch this video and you're thinking, man, I would love to enjoy springtime, then again, I encourage you, plan a visit. If you're thinking about moving here, come in the springtime. I guarantee you guys will love it. And if you don't, it'll be a good signal that maybe Idaho isn't the right state for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this. I truly, truly appreciate it. Again, if you guys want to see more videos like this, I post one each week. Be sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell if you guys want to be notified of that. Additionally, too, if you guys are thinking about relocating to Boise, Idaho, and you guys want a guide in that journey, be sure to reach out to me and my team. We would love to help you make this a seamless and smooth process. With that being said, I truly appreciate it, and I will see you guys all in the next video.